Okay, so I've had several people asking about how to get parts for Ultimate Modular Hogwarts, and it's a little bit confusing. And so I think the best way to help you guys is to walk you through it myself, how I would do it. Um, and I actually had to do a little bit of practice on this. It is a somewhat weird, somewhat unintuitive process, but I think seeing this, it's not terrible. Just you got to know how to do it. This is off the cuff, and I've never really recorded before, so I'm gonna have flubs and all that, and forgive me for that. Um, but let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start by going to our custom list page, and we're going to create a custom list. So we do that by clicking Add New List. Okay, then we go Edit List Details, Ultimate Modular Hogwarts, Second Edition. I don't think any of this really matters, but list that as to buy. Go ahead and save. You can even make it visible to others if you want. I might do that for the sake of helping other people. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to sets, and I'm going to add sets. Now, you guys can't see this, but on my other monitor, I have uh, Ultimate Modular Hogwarts pulled up, and I've scrolled down to the part that says this mock is a modification of the following. So I'm going to take the set numbers from that, and I'm going to enter them in here and add those sets to here. Now, you may want to, if you own these sets, you will want to add them. If you don't own them, don't add them. Only add the sets that you actually own. Okay, so we're going to pretend that I own these 5 Lego sets, and I want to start building the Ultimate Modular Hogwarts compilation. So unfortunately, the job isn't done here because the way Rebrickable's compare function works is it needs the parts, not the sets. So what we're going to do now is click on each of these individually and then scroll down, and where it says add sets parts to list, click on that, go to my custom list, go down to the list that you created, and click add all parts. Let that finish. Okay, parts added successfully. When that's done, we'll go to the next one and do the same thing. Add sets part to list. Add all parts. And then just do this for all of them. Oops. So if you own other sets that are modified by Ultimate Modular Hogwarts, you'll want to also add them to this custom list. For demonstration purposes, I'm only doing these 5, but when I built uh, when I built Ultimate Modular Hogwarts, I had more than that. I had like all the green roof sets. But for now, let's just work with those 5. So you look in the parts now, got all these parts. So what we do is we go to Ultimate Modular Hogwarts. Keep in mind, we're only dealing with the sets in my bundle right now. So we're not dealing with any of the parts or sets or mocks from the other creators, just from me. Um, we can't have an inventory full of everybody's stuff to comply with Rebrickable's rules. So this inventory only includes parts from my mocks, not from Panda Brickables, JD Bricks, or Trevor Toads. So what we can do now, though, is click inventory. And it's a lot, so it takes a minute to load. Go to compare mock. Okay, so we see this on this side. Now we go to this custom list and we can compare. Remember, the only reason that this showed up here is because of the parts. If you have skipped the step to import the parts to the list and you only put the sets in the list, this will not show up here. Now we can compare sets. And this is a long process. You can see, though, it is working. Okay. All right, now look at this. 23% shared parts. You're going to see these two columns. On the right are the parts that are in the sets that are not in the mock. That's why you see a bunch of minifigure parts here. We're going to ignore the right. The left is what we want. So it says 76% unique. 9,009 parts are in Ultimate Modular Hogwarts that are not in our custom list. So we want to get those 9,000 parts and add them to a list on Rebrickable. So we export parts, go to, sorry, I said Rebrickable, I meant Bricklink. So we're going to go to Bricklink XML. Okay, and we click here, that copies it. And then we click Bricklink Upload Page. And if you're signed in on Bricklink, it'll just take you straight to your profile. Upload to wanted list. And we go to Upload Bricklink XML format and add to wanted list. You could do your default. I have one created already for Ultimate Modular Hogwarts 2E. That's what I would recommend. Create your own wanted list here. Now we copy, and you don't have to worry about this. It's very unreadable. All you have to worry about is proceed to verify items. Okay, adding these unique items. Okay, so verify and add items to your wanted list. So it's letting you verify that you want to add all these to your wanted list. You're free to go through and double check on these. I definitely want to add them all, so this is the part I haven't been through yet. I don't know if I need to go to the bottom or if it was at the top. So not sure if I was supposed to check these first. 1 minute. Got a little ahead of myself. Okay, so don't check, because that if you check, that excludes it. So not checking includes it. So don't check anything, just go straight to add to wanted list. Items added successfully. Let's go ahead and view it. Okay, here we go. Showing a lot of stuff. And that's how you get the parts from my bundle. Then we'll want to get parts for the guest mocks. So on my bundle, click navigate back to that. Let's go to the, if I can find it, right down here where we have the table of contents. Click on the table of contents. This is going to get us the other mocks now. So the ones we need from Panda Brickable. He's got a bundle. This will make it pretty easy for us. And on his, we can just go to the inventory. And we can click Add Parts to Bricklink Wanted List. Existing wanted list. Add it to that same list you added all my parts to. Add parts. Okay, says it was successful. Then we'll go back. Keep in mind that bundle didn't get you all of these, so there's a couple others you need to add. So let's go to Slug Club Christmas Party, Inventory, Add Parts, Astronomy Tower, Inventory, Add Parts. Okay. Now, one thing to keep in mind with what we just did, well, a couple of things. So first, just to making sure we got all his stuff, this bundle covers 3 through 6, which, since we got the bundle, we've got those, and then we just added 1 and 2. So we've now added all of Pandas. Keep in mind, Pandas modifies this potions class, modifies Hogwarts Moments potions class. If you own that set, instead of using his bundle, you should have done these individually. And here on the potion set, instead of going to the inventory, you go down to compare mock, and it'll be a similar process to what we just did with my bundle. So it'll be down here, export parts. But let's pretend you don't own potions class. You don't need to worry about that. Now, JD Bricks. This is not a mod, so we just go to inventory, compare. Oops, that was wrong. So one moment, sorry. Add bricks to bricklink water list. UMH, add parts. Okay, got one more for JD. Miraverzed, inventory, add parts. Okay, and then there's one more. Trevor Toad. Okay, now let's pretend I do own Fluffy's encounter, which I actually do. So let's do the process of adding one that where we do own the set that is modified. So instead of going to inventory, we'll go down to compare mock. Okay, and these are the parts that are in the mock that are not in Hogwarts Fluffy's encounter. So we will export parts, bricklink XML, click it to copy it, then bricklink upload page, and then proceed to verify items. Oh, I did that wrong. Let's go back actually. Okay, we got to add it to this wanted list, not the default. Proceed. Add wanted list. Okay, that's all the mocks now added to the same wanted list. If we go, is there a way to see all the items in here? It's been a while. All right, items. That's a lot of items. Okay, let's say we want to buy now. So UMH2E, I want to buy everything right away. I click Easy Buy. In my experience, the cheapest way to get parts on Bricklink is just to click Easy Buy. Okay, we got something. All right. So this says we can get everything from 6 stores. And then we go create carts. Cart successfully created. View carts. So it did 3 domestic, 3 international. So we got its grand totals. Basically, what you'll have to do from here is view the cart and then proceed to checkout. And then you agree and continue. You make the purchase. I'm not going to do that. That's how you do it. It's not too bad, honestly. It's a little bit of a process and very confusing if you have never done anything like this before. That's why I hope that this was helpful for you and gets you everything you need. Just keep in mind, you want to include all the sets you own that are part of the Ultimate Modular Hogwarts on that list before you import that list over to Bricklink, so that you can get your grand total as low as possible. With the 5 that I included, I ended up with looks like about 17 grand. Your mileage will vary depending on where you live, depending on what Bricklink finds for you, and depending on what sets that you were able to take parts from already before you imported the list to Bricklink. So best of luck. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you.